Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to my little powwow. So, last message is for this week. So this is where I get in with Liam and Mona. We decide the amount of, based on the card's number. So, 4. So there are going to be 4 messages, all based on being the authority and the stability in your life, okay? This is about your basic structure going forward, my beautiful Pisces. What you consider achievements, how you see yourself as a leader in life, how you're going to practically problem solve, okay? And bring wisdom to yourself in the upcoming months and years. Okay, so this is how to bring stability back in your life, and you being the, I don't know, the main character in this, the one who really brings it in and thinks about it, okay? It's great. I'm going to leave that here because I think it's important to just focus on that. There's been a lot of that, and it has a lot to do with the mind, my beautiful Pisces, so we're really going to go into it. Only 4, so I keep thinking this is going to be a short video, but I feel from them like, no. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Okay. Let's see. Let's pull some cards. Number 1. The Sun. A lot of flower themes, a lot of spring theme here. Yeah, there's a leadership card as well. I'm going to pull another one for the Moon. Yeah. The message that came through right away is taking the lead, the clarity between the darkness and the light, right? The Moon and the Sun is kind of the one versus the other type of thing, especially with the Elder of Wands in the middle. I feel like it's giving you an indication of what you need to be doing. You need to be clear about your thoughts, about what you're taking the lead on. Yes, of course, this can be intuition, absolutely. But with the card of the Elder of Swords also. This, first of all, you have 2 Elder cards here, talking about mastery, the mastery of the mind, taking control of the mind. And control is a word that I don't always love to use, but in this case, it's okay. I think the mind needs to be reined in and taken care of and shut down when possible, especially when it is wrecking, it's going to crash into a wall. The reason for this is, I've said this before in years and months past, is that your brain is one component of the whole. It should not be running the whole thing. Okay? That's why we have the 4 elements. The inspiration. We have the heart. Okay? We have the groundedness. Our physical bodies, the movement, right? And then we have the mind. All of these together are supposed to make up who you are. When the mind takes over and it's careening into directions that you don't want it to, it believes that this card is the card of, oh, the Moon isn't the Sun, it's the Sun reflecting on the Moon. The Moon is just a fraud. It's a fraud, right? So it is a truth, but the truth is shaded in a way that makes it feel like it's wrong somehow. Not letting the Moon be what it is. Reflecting the Sun, but still a light in the sky. It's literally throwing shade on something that could be kept positive, something that can give you wisdom and help you move forward. Instead, it creates blocks and hurdles and obstacles that have you screeching to a halt and stops you from seeing the bigger picture and taking the lead. It's a screeching halt. We do this often. And I was actually thinking, or I was actually conversing, I should say, spiritually, about the fact that it really sucks that when we come here as humans, we forget how spiritual, how inspired we are, and we forget it often as we go. It's one of the, I wouldn't say a curse, but it's almost, it feels like that sometimes. It's one of those things that when we come here and as we learn, we keep having to reach out to expand ourselves over and over again. We forget very quickly, even the lessons we learned sometimes yesterday. We're conditioned very, very deeply and slow to change. It's like having a reminder every day. It's like having a spiritual, it's going to sound terrible, but it's a spiritual Alzheimer. It really is. We keep forgetting that there's more. And we have to constantly be reminded. So if I were you, I'm going to do it myself, I think. Spiritually, I'm my spiritual self with my spiritual guides. Have no problem remembering this. But my physical body, my physical brain, still does have problems reminding myself that this is a journey. We're here to get wise, right? So my physical, my mind, my spiritual self, you name it, I just want a bunch of Post-it notes in the morning that I can look at directly. Remember, you're an energetic body having a physical experience. Remember that things that happen to you are here to teach you something. Remember that if you feel bad, it's because there's something that needs to be changed, that you're not vibing in the right vibration, and it's here to show you that you need to make a change. Remember to look at the bigger picture, okay? So, along with me, if you're ready, I'm ready to put those things in play. So that's one. That's one. Hello. Again, 2. When things fall apart around you, like this, you know, you're standing on one side going, oh Lord, look at that mess. Whoa, what just happened here? It's a great opportunity for creativity, right? To rearrange things, to plant things, to do things, to take that broken necklace in another deck that I have and put it back all together again. Okay? To see another side to it. The 5 of Swords is definitely seeing another side. You even got a little bit of the King of Swords here standing on top of the handle, looking around. It's a great opportunity to do it. But instead, you shall not pass. Now you're stuck. Okay? And that's the big lesson here. These two sides, both showing strife and annoyances. All the mind. Sword, sword, sword. Mind, 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 mind. Taking over is all negative. This is conflict. This is confusion. This is blocked. And that's all we see. Conflict, confusion, blocked. But in there is this little ray of hope. This little ray of sunshine. Okay? And remember, the Empress is the feminine counterpart to the Emperor. The creation you build here will bring stability here. Remember that out of a great big mess, you can pick the parts. Sometimes the mess, they're showing the mess that was terrible, that it just broke in a million pieces, and you're looking at it going, well, that's just terrible. It needed to happen. It was crappy anyway. Out of that rubble, you pick the stuff that was really good. The choice parts. And you put them together. And you build something awesome. Something that maybe doesn't even look like anything of what it was. And when you do that part, that's doubly awesome. Because people are blown away. How did you make that out of that? Because the parts had to be completely separated from each other for it to take a different form, for it to look like something completely different, completely, it had to separate from itself for it to reform into something new, take a different shape, show you how far you can stretch that mind when you set it free. But you have to set it free. When this happened, you don't go to this right away. Oh, I'm blocked. Oh, I can't go there anymore. You have to go to, more pieces. More pieces. What can I do with all these pieces? When your life takes a turn, whether relationship, what do you do? What do you do? Okay, you may sit and cry. Yes. What am I going to do? Oh my God, I'm blocked. I'm whatever. But when you finally pick up the pieces, like I was talking about yesterday, what do? You dust yourself off. You take care of yourself. You get over it after a time. And you put value back into yourself. You pick up the pieces, you carry on. Many people through their journey go, if I hadn't had that happen, I wouldn't be here now. I have to be grateful that that happened. A personal example of relationship. When my husband's and I's relationship completely imploded or exploded, whichever way you look at it, it was a devastating mess. But we needed that time apart to find ourselves, to know who we were without one another, to see what was out there, if there was anything out there. And through that massive destruction, we found the pieces that were still there that meant a lot to us. And through rebuilding ourselves and picking up those pieces, we built something brand new. The relationship we had when we first met or when we were first young parents looks very different than the one we have now. We could have gone, that's it, no more. But we went another direction. It does take two for that one, though. It does take two to do that work. You have to be willing. You can't do that alone. But you can do it for yourself. So that your current relationship or your next relationship will look like something that you want from the pieces. Okay? All right, so that's two. Yep, they were right. Nope, not quick. Great insight, though. Great insight. Yep. All right, number three. Let's go number three. keep seeing that death card underneath this deck. I wonder if it's going to show up. There's those swords. They just want to keep coming out. We're talking about the mind, aren't we? Yes. Okay. I'm going to leave this here, but I'm not convinced that's how it came out, but we'll see. It probably did. Yep. Okay. So, Explorer of Cups is absolutely, I do believe it's the Knight. I think it's the Knight. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's the Knight. I hate when they change names because my brain can't keep up. Especially when I'm in the spiritual, but we'll just leave it as the Knight because I do believe it is the Knight anyway. Yeah. It's the one. Go deep, go deep. The Explorer. All I'm seeing are all the explorers. The Elder is the King. The Guardian. Yeah, the Guardian is the Queen. So the Explorer is that Knight of Cups. And the reason that it's in reverse is what they're telling me with the Knight of Cups is that it's it needs to be the emotional upheaval that you feel when something doesn't go right. This is something that doesn't go right. See, everything's cracked. Every time you put the sword in, it creates a crack. You know it's just gonna, you know it's gonna destroy. It's gonna destruct. It brings this feeling of despair. The Knight of Cups is all about the intense feelings of love, of despair. I love you, I hate you, he's that knight. And I always see him as that overexertion of emotions. Just like the Knight of Wands is like, obstacles, give them to me. Just like the Knight of Swords is, let's go. I'm gonna ride through the rain, the snow, even if I don't have to, because I gotta get there. And the Knight of Pentacles can sometimes get stuck in the details. Well, what's this? I'm going to look at it, right? It's all intense. It's all very focused energy, but sometimes too much. But in this case, it's in reverse. So it feels like this is saying the same thing. The Three of Swords. When this happens, your Explorer of Cups goes overboard, right? You suddenly feel that, oh, no, that panic. No, everything is going to destroy. It's going to be terrible. Instead of saying, well, I need to see the truth in this. Okay? Obviously, this ice is not meant to be, put a sword in it. It's just cracking under me. I'm going to end up in the water. I'm going to end up drowning here. Okay? So what I need to do is focus on that horizon. I need to find land. I need to get the heck off of here. Okay? But not in panic. Just stop repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting to feel differently about it. The only way you can feel different about it and release the confusion, by the way, okay, because this is the confusion here, I'm going to pull another card for that, is by doing something different. And that's your mindset as well. That's the mindset. You need to change the mindset, right? Think of what you can create, what you can do. Put the power back into you. Put the power back into you. The Magician is all about the power of self, okay? It's your personal power. It's putting action to your wishes instead of standing on thin ice that's about to crack underneath you and panicking about it and thinking, oh, woe is me. I'm so confused. Why aren't things working out for me? Put the power back in your hands. And it's through action, not mind. Because the mind can paralyze you in fear. Panic paralyzed. That's what I feel here with this card. It's like, ooh, you're not going deep. You're in reverse. You're trying to go backwards, but you're going in deeper. Okay? Because this way, you're saying, I'm going back up to the top, but somehow you got turned around and you're just going deeper and you're not getting any air. This is the way up. But you're confused. Confusion. Okay? So, give yourself back your power. Stop it in its track before it begins. Remember that you are the authority. The situation doesn't have anything on you. You have the control on the situation. Okay? Get yourself walk away enough, far enough away from the cracks. It won't affect you anymore. But don't panic and walk into another like hole or thinner ice. Pay attention. See the bigger picture. Where can you get to safety? How fast can you get there? Okay? Without putting yourself at risk, without panicking, without causing confusion. Use the tools that you have in your life to give yourself back the power. Okay? It's taking action to make things happen instead of freezing in fears. It's applying the power to get to your goals, to where you need to be. That's it. That's all. No more, no less. Okay. So that is number 3. Number 4. I hear when you put a little water in your wine, then things start making sense. But I don't know, water into fire. I guess it's tempering the fire here. You come up with solutions. Hard work and balance. Hard work and balance. And this is balance, tempering again. This is personal balance. This is just patience and balance. So instead of getting overly emotional or overly in the mind, use your grounded energy, use your body energy, okay? Sometimes just walking out of a room, that's very grounded. That's getting up on your feet, touching the ground, walking. Go out in nature, take deep breaths, connect to your body. Work hard, be focused on the task at hand, the thing that you want to work on. Not just the thing that you want to accomplish, the thing that you want to work on it. If you're working on it, you're succeeding. Right there, you've succeeded. Okay? I love this channel. What do? I'm doing a video. I'm using spirituality. I'm working on it. Success. Done. Happy. Complete. I can do a little more later. I can go look at analytics, go watch a few videos about improving and whatever, and do all of that. And feel like, okay, well, I've gotten a little more or further ahead, or I found out something I didn't know. Maybe we'll give it a try. Success. I've worked on improving. Success. I did it. Without having done a thing to see it in actuality, I know that I've taken movement forward. Take control of your mind. Give and take. Know that some things will come quickly when you want them, and some things not as much. It's a give and take. It's a personal balance, and sometimes it's a universal balance. Sometimes you will ask for things that will come quickly. Sometimes you will ask for things that takes time. Sometimes there's other things that need to happen before these things happen. Just give it time. Know that you sent it out to the universe already, and let it go. Let it be. And be in the moment. That's the other part. Be in the moment. Temper it. Okay? The flames of inspiration, the flames of anger, the flames of worry, the flames of whatever. Temper it with your water. Let it melt down and keep the flame so that it's at a nice heat, that it keeps you warm, but it's not burning you up. And when you do that, you see that this starts balancing itself. There's 3 black ones and 2 white ones, okay? And that's the problem-solving ability. In the darkness comes the light. You wouldn't need the light if there was no darkness, right? If there was never any darkness, there wouldn't be need for any lights. We'd just be walking around in white all the time. But then the sun sets and the sky gets dark and whoa, we need light, and then we miss light. We miss dark because dark sleeps better. Then we miss light again. Between the two, they bring a balance. Remember that. You need one for the other. You need to overcome something to get the tools to realize that it's like gaining a superpower, right? They're showing me a meal you've never cooked before. If you hadn't overcome the challenge of cooking it, you would have never cooked it and enjoyed it. So it's that type of thing, okay? It's not all really dark and murky. Some of it is just you need the experience to move forward. That's it. To be who you are. To become, a person who knows their thing. Person who knows their lives. Person who knows who they are. All right. I think that's it for me for this week. Thank you for coming and listening to the messages of my guides. I always love doing these because I love spending time with my guides, especially doing these. I used to do those with myself. The conversation wasn't quite as verbal as it is, but all the same, it's good. And I highly encourage, if you do have a beautiful deck of cards, to sit down and let them talk to you. Let your higher self, your guides, and your tools speak to you in ways that are in your face, but show you the real truths of how you can empower yourself in your life. We're all too eager to take away our power when we should be giving ourselves more power. And not in the way that the world has been doing it, in a very awesome way that gives back all the time to yourself and to everybody around you. Give the world back its power. Put the power back in yourself so you can give it back into the world. That's the way to do it. I send you a lot of love, light, and blessings, my beautiful Pisces. It's been a pleasure to do your readings this week, as always. And like I said before, please, if you haven't seen my new channel, Life Path Number Tarot, it's brand new, very young. And the videos are nice and short and sweet, but they give you your energies and the tools for your life path number in particular, focusing on your strengths and your weaknesses. And it really will help you during the week to just tap into what you need to navigate the energies. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you on the weeklies, and I try to do lives. If I don't, there'll be an extra video, but either way, you'll hear from me on Saturday probably sometime. Take care, and bye for now.